Hey guys, it's Dr. Lindsay Moreau with Ideal Human here, and today we're talking about how to do a stool kit. Because chances are you went home with one and you don't really want to and you don't really know how to do it. So let's go through. The first thing you're going to find in your kit is a lot of paperwork. This is all really important paperwork, so please don't just throw it aside. You're going to have a requisition form from doctor's data, and your practitioner should have highlighted here for you what information needs to be filled out. The other piece of information from doctor's data is the how-to, the instructions. So this is the most important piece, I'd say. You'll also have a requisition form from Dunwoody Labs, who we work with, and then you'll have some directions from Dunwoody Labs as well. The other components to the stool kit are going to be your ice pack here. That needs to go immediately in the freezer. And then you're going to have 3 bags of samples or vials, your stool collecting device, and then the last thing in the box is going to be your biological exempt envelope and the shipping label that gets affixed to that envelope when you're ready to mail it. Alright, so when you're collecting the stool kit, the most important thing is to make sure that that sample is not contaminated. Sources of contamination include urine and touching the bowl of the toilet, which of course has bacteria that you don't necessarily want to find on your stool sample because I might be treating you for something really weird if that happens. So don't let that happen. The easiest way to do that is to flush the toilet, turn the water off so it doesn't refill, and then place your French fry container in the toilet bowl. So most of the collections are the same. You're gonna have a vial. This vial has a black line on it that you can see, and then the vial also has some water or some fluid in it. This fluid is the fixant, and it helps you, the lab perform whatever test they need to on the stool sample. So when you open this, you'll see that there is a little scooper attached to the lid, and this is what you're going to use to collect your sample. So when you're collecting samples and filling the vial, make sure you start from the beginning and you get some sample from the middle and from the end as well. That's going to be really important to get a lot of variation, so that way if you do have any parasites in your stool, we've got a greater likelihood of picking those up on the lab test. When you've collected a sample and the water line is up to the black line here, then you just shake that vigorously for 30 seconds. You're going to place that back in the bag. Seal the bag nice and tight, and then this is going to go back in your box, and that's it for day 1. For day 2, it's going to be exactly the same with the exception of your clear vial. You've got an extra vial, and this one does not get shaken. It actually gets put into the refrigerator or the freezer. So this is what this one looks like, and then when that one ships, it's going to also ship with that ice pack that you place in the freezer on the first day. So you'll put that in your box right before you mail it. Everything else on day 2 and day 3 is exactly the same as what you've done in day 1. You fill up your vial until the liquid hits the black fill line. You cap it, shake it vigorously, place it back in the bag. And that's it. When you've collected all 3 days of samples, make sure you've filled out your requisition forms, place those back in the kit. You're gonna close that kit up, and then you mail everything in the envelope that was provided. And that's it.